tool. Yes. The Council of Sulmatul. Good. First, I would give you warning that you are called Neverine. The word must spread, and many must hear. Your enemies will hear and come seeking your blood, and such friends as you may have among the great houses. Those who heed the words of the temple, they may forget or love for you. If you have business, people house the temple, you should conduct that business first before you are named Neverine. Second, I tell you, seek counsel with a wise woman, being a Mesa, for you are an outlander, ignorant of the ways of our people, and Bonnie Mesa can tell you of other tribes, of their ways, and of their Ashkans. Do not know these things. You will make many mistakes and waste precious time. That is my counsel. Now, if you wish to be named Ursulaku Neverine, we speak of these things. Alright, well, I knew all that stuff already, but now, I guess. Very well, you wish to be called Neverine. I know you. I am disposed to do so, but first we must speak of need and duty. Before I name you Neverine, you must understand why a war leader is needed, so you may tell the others. And before I name you Neverine, I must see that you know your duty. Only when we have spoken of these things shall you be called a Neverine. Okay. You shall be Neverine of all the tribes and Hortator of the great houses. You shall eat the sin of the unmourned house and free the false gods. You must defeat the sixth house and Dagathur. You must free the tribunal from the curse. This is the burden of prophecy. This shall be your duty as the Ursulaku Neverine. Alright, what was the other thing? Need. Know the words of prophecies. The curse of Dagathur and the sixth house threatens our land. The false gods lie and offer false hope of protection. Bear the moon and star of Nerevar. Azura's hand is upon you. These are the proofs you must show all the people as Ursulaku Neverine. Before my hearth and kin, and before the people of the waste, I name you Ursulaku Neverine, war leader of the Ursulaku, the protector of the people. In token of this, I give you the teeth, which shall be a sign of all Dumner that you are the Neverine, that the Ursulaku shall follow you in all things, even unto death, until the enemy is defeated, or until you are dead, or until you give this back into my hand. Okay.
I don't know where to begin.
Does being an Argonian make people hate you more? Yes. at least the Dark Elves. They're not a huge fan of Argonians. Okay. I got teeth, apparently. Resist paralysis, 10% on self. Constant effect. Ooh. Fortify illusion, 5 points on self. Conjuration, 10 points on self. Fire shield. Wait, hold on. This is fire shield, 15 points as a constant effect. Holy. You know, this thing probably seems dangerous. I'm going to take this off right now. I don't want to, like, walk up to people and start doing damage to them because I have a constant 15-point fire shield on, but that's... Oh, also that takes Moon and Star off. I think we want to leave Moon and Star on. Alright. Okay. Dark Elves love Argonians. They own lots of them. Right. Okay, time to go talk to the wise woman. Yeah, it's tribunal. Okay, that would explain. Hmm. Might need the Imperial Cuirass yet for Imperial Quest if we choose to do those at any point. Where did that shield go? Picked it up, but it's pretty... There it is. I go back on the ground. 20-pound. The lady that funky hat. Oh, the bug hat? Yeah, that lady has style. You are the Nerevarine. Ask and I shall answer with Azura's blessing. Alright. Been named Nerevarine of Vothi tribes of Ardenfell. You fulfilled that part of the prophecy. All have names Nerevarine. You fulfilled the 5th trial of the 7 visions. Past this. Portator Telvanni. I was blind, but Azura's star has guided me through my dreams. Vivek's high priest, Sarani, has asked to see you when you are Hortator of Nerevarine. Go to him and demand to speak to the false god Vivek. Vivek has tried to keep Kagranak's tool secret, but you will need these tools when you stand before Dagoth Ur. Get Kagranak's tools from Vivek. They are the keys to the riddle of the 6th and 7th trials. Alright, we gotta go talk to Vivek, I guess. And the Lost Prophecy Starblessed hands wields thrice cursed blades. Gilvanus Barlow has told you of Kagranak's tools, the enchanted devices the Tribunal used to steal power from Lorkharn's heart. One of these tools is the Blade of Keening. Your Starblessed hand must wield Keening. If Vivek has this blade, it is your fate to take this blade from him. Uh-huh. Alright, well. Alright, well, time to go talk to a freaking demigod, I guess. Just quick spear up the butt. You might like that. That's a golden saint. We're just gonna kind of go around. Alright, so we are Hortator of all the houses, we are Nerevarine of all the tribes, now we just need to go and get Kagranak's tools. So that we can be a heartbreaker. First, we need to run to the boat. Did you hear about the, I believe, unannounced changes to Hunt MMR? Yeah, they weren't unannounced. But yes. I think they were just in, like, a patch note or something. Like, no... So they're using an entirely different system of MMR to help judge, like, individuals, like, how much they are actually adding to the team, as opposed to being, like, just, you killed that guy, he had higher MMR than you, so here you go, here's your MMR, right? It's a much more complicated system that is supposed to be better for team games. Yeah, so some people have gained and lost stars as well because of the MMR changes. Oh yeah, the MMR needs work. So what my understanding is, for a lot of people, the MMR technically, like, puts you in games that are closer to your skill level, but also that has caused people to get frustrated in a lot of cases too, so... Because some people are getting put in higher skill brackets, so they're actually, like, getting competition now. I was 4 because I was doing a bunch of soloing, so I'm 5 now. It shouldn't be too difficult for me to get into 6, though. If I'm playing. Also, from my understanding, as a solo now, you don't... If you die a whole bunch of times, you don't bleed MMR like you used to. So, like, D-ranking is incredibly difficult now. Like, you can die, like, 6 times in a row and it doesn't D-rank you. Six star is much enjoyable. Yeah, well, 6-star is a way wider breadth of players, so... 6-star now is more, like, mid to high 5-star / 6-star, so... But you should be getting in with people that are, like, more towards your skill level in general, because the MMR is much more precise now, the way it's set up. So what if a 6-star is in a team with 3-star? You mean as far as, like, the matchmaking goes? I mean, it's just gonna try to get you as close as possible. But it might still be a bit funky. But also, if you, like, shoot a 6-star as a 3-star now, you're not instantly going to become, like, a 5-star or something, right? Okay, what do I have on me here? I need to go to the middle of town and repair all my stuff and probably take some hammers with me. That's one thing I need to do. And we can check this guy, see if he got his money back so we can sell this freaking helmet that we got. I like it how the item that's named Balvin's Ebony Helm is the one item that the lady didn't want back. There we go, he's got his money back. It's like the actual named item, and she's like, nah, I'm not interested in that. I want all the other stuff that he didn't actually have on him. Alright, we gotta leave this chainmail here as well. We don't need to bring that with us. That'll give me another 20 pounds worth of carry weight here. What is my actual AC? Yeah, my actual AC is 19 now with these bracers on. I can go here for right now. Also, you know what? I'm not really going to use these. We can leave these here. I might use the throwing stuff, but... carrying around all these freaking magic arrows everywhere I go. Oh yeah, also I have all this... Hold on. Is there a alchemist around here? 100% is. Remembering where they actually are located. Is it here? Is the alchemist? Yeah, it is. Alright. Okay, they only have apprentices stuff here. Wonder if you have any upgrades here. No, doesn't look like it. Sell some of your crappy potions as well. Yeah, I could do that. So actually, first I'm gonna go and see what potions I can make. Yeah, the Mages Guild. There is a Mages Guild here. It's like over here, I think. Yeah. Nerevar doesn't peddle shitty potions. There we go. What do you got for barter? Bunch of random stuff. Yeah, he buys a lot of stuff. Doesn't have a ton of money, but he does buy most of your stuff. Is there actually... Oh, you're probably the potion seller in here, right? Yeah, okay. But you don't have any, like, alchemist stuff. Alright, so I guess I'll just have to deal with the fact that I have, like, a... It's the apprentices stuff. In the room, there's stuff laying around. Oh, the back room. Yeah, but we don't yoink stuff. It's not our way. I mean, unless it's like in a place that would be contested. But the Mage Guild is, you know, the Mage Guild. So. Whee! Or if I had to kill somebody to get in there, in which case all bets are off. I'm taking whatever I want. Stealing goes against a great plan. At least stealing with Wild Abandon goes against a great plan. Magnetic should be... Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so... See how many freaking health potions we can make at least here. Oh, what a wonder. I can't move. Surprise, surprise. A pile of alchemical reagents. Alright. Put those soul gems over there. Okie dokie here. Let's see, where's our... Oh, scuba pipe. We probably don't need that. quick wheat. Can I just do... No. Crap. I can't just, like, type in what it does. This is... Restore fatigue. Oh, sweet rolls will restore health. There's also that, like, grass or whatever, that's restore health. Oh, emeralds are also restore health. Fortify. Let's see, where is that marsh grass? Oh, there it is. Sweet rolls and crushes with rubies and emeralds? Yeah, basically. Fortify health. Slow fall. What else is restore health? Rubies are drain health. There we go. Resin is also restore health. Agility, fatigue, levitate. Ah. Magicka, restore Magicka, fortify. Levitate. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if I have anything else that's restore health or not. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I guess we'll just finish this out then. Alright. So that's probably all the restore health we're gonna get. Yeah, one of the ingredients was... Actually, no, I think it might have been void. It might have been like void salt or something like that. Do I have anything else for feather? Levitate. Or levitate. Paralyzed. Oh, there we go. I wish I could search by, like, what it does. That would make this so much easier. Oh, rubies do feather as well. Heather gives feather. Just an unoriginal. Don't I already have rubies? I can add ruby twice? That's weird. Ruby and slightly different ruby. Alright, what else do we make here? Resist fire? Do I have anything else for resist fire? Endurance, common disease, invisibility, fortify. Failure. We ain't resisted fire today, boys. Doesn't look like. Okay. Alright. Well. It's been lovely. But I don't want to spend 9,000 years doing this. I got the health potions. That was the the big important thing to get out of that. All this other stuff is just kind of extraneous. Putting it all back in a pile. Might just sell that raw ebony ore. So much stuff. Probably was a mistake to pick all this stuff up, but you know. I forgot that alchemy takes like forever to do. Couple little. Oh, okay. That's leaning a lot more than I was expecting you to. Look like a nice little stack, and then I look at the side of it. It's like, whoop. All right. Ten years of Cassius sweating his balls off to scuba together a random assortment of crap, including random hunks of meat. Yeah, right. That's why this place feels so safe, is because, like, anybody who comes in here is just gonna be like, okay, and just leave immediately, right? Oh, 25 gold. Nice. Being my really, really low security, I guess probably couldn't open that before. How you doing, Hyper? Alright, time to go peddle my crappy potions. What kind of health potions did I get from that, I wonder? Bargain health, 22 cheap. 15 quality restore potions, 15 standard health potions. Okay, I actually got some okay health potions out of there. Oh, I was angry that you were yesterday? That's good. How is Goon? I'm doing okay. I actually got some sleep now, so that's helpful. Yesterday I was operating with freaking 2 hours of sleep. Or a good chunk of it. Oh, wrong place. Whoop. Okay, let's see here. Swift swim. Spell absorption. It's probably okay. Chameleon 10% for 30 seconds. Don't really need this. I have enough other things that do chameleon. Levitate, we want to keep. We want to keep that as well. Restore willpower. Anything that's like restore, we want to keep just in case we get that drained. Restore. Okay, all this stuff is going to be restore. T, restore endurance. Reflect 10% for 30 seconds. Cure paralysis. Actually, I think we already went through the rest of that stuff. More extra feather potions. Yeah, okay. Wow. This guy drives a hard bargain. Able to get like extra, you know, like 100 gold or something off of some of those smiths. This guy's like, nope. Okay, so we need to go to Vivek to talk to the guy the city is named after. But first we need to talk to Danso Duz or Sargon or something. You go to the temple. Alright. Can you take me to the temple? You can. Nice. What is that a tower of over there? Huh. Three hours to work to even try to get some sleep? I mean, 3 hours you could get at least somewhat serviceable amount of sleep. Still gotta be rough to wake up, that's for sure.
No, I don't think so. I'm listening.
Agreed to Neverine to realize the superstition why do you defy temple teachings and worse yet. Now you learn you are an agent of the Emperor, an outlaw. I warned you just because I talked to you. I don't think everybody will. Others will reach weapons when they... Yeah, okay. Alright, you're not the person I need to talk to. Waking up is the part I'm not looking forward to. Yeah. We need to find some guy named Danso Indulez. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's this guy. Hi. Quickly, did you want to meet the Arcanon? Yes. Arcanon is in his quarters, and he's very much wishes to speak with you, but I warn you, avoid confrontation with the Ordinators at all costs. Arcanon has spoken with the High Fane Ordinators, but if you are a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. The blood of the faithful servants of the temple is spilled. It will make reconciliation all that much more difficult. Arcanon is waiting alone to speak with you in private quarters. Private quarters are in the southern half of the East Chapel of the High Fane. There are ordinators at the entrances of both East and West Chapels. There's a private back entrance to Simon's private quarters. Perhaps you might also sneak past the ordinators with stealth or magic. Private back entrance? That's what I'm talking about. A door in the eastern canal side level leads through a smaller room to his private quarters, but the door is always locked and the ordinators control the keys. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it less fantastic for me. But I suppose I could just chameleon my way in as well. Gotta see if I can get a drink to wake up. Gotcha. Alright, so... southern half of East Chapel. High Fane. Guessing that's all in the Temple District here. Okay. So this is a High Fane. Is it you that I'm looking for? No. It's gonna be his private quarters or... Oh, okay. Nope, you're not the person I'm looking for either.
Make it quick, I got him.
I think I'm in the West Chapel right now is what the problem is.
I could kill that guar. Those boots
I could kill that guar too. That guar has just ruined everybody's freaking footwear. Hi. Oh, no. Okay, this just leads me back into here. Yeah, that's the Hall of Wisdom. I don't think that's where we need to go. What the heck is this person? Private quarters, he wants to speak with me. I must avoid conversation with the ordinators at all costs because spilling blood makes things difficult. Our candidate spoken. Gotta take a cold shower before you leave? That could be helpful too, yeah. Alright, where? Our quarters are in the southern half of the East Chapel. Ordinators enters both the East and West Chapels. This is like the... Oop. Okay, this is a Hall of Wisdom. Library, library. Library, Hall of Justice. High Fane. Canon offices, underworks, quarters.
Let's not make this official.
Just lead to the High Fane. Library there. It's the Hall of Justice.
Make this official.
Lock level 50. Okay, well this is... That's just that other door then. That leads back up around. Canon quarters. offices. Probably not what I'm looking for.
We're watching you.
The nice clear instructions of where to go. This is the library. Not what I'm looking for either.
Not now.
Probably not it either, but hey. Take a look around. Oh. 10 gold sitting on the dresser. Miles quarters, offices, library. Okay, I don't think it's here. This is the Hall of Justice, which is also not where I need to be, I don't think. It's just the barracks, the offices of the watch, justice offices, underworks, St. Deline.
We're watching you. You may speak.
What is here? That's St. Olms. This is St. Deline. This is the Hall of Justice. This is the Ministry of Truth. Hall of Wisdom. Vivek Puzzle Canal level 5. Okay, okay. This is the High Fane. All Underworks. I feel like it's over here somewhere. I just... Before I jump here, I'll be... Oh! Okay. Quickly fall through the ground, don't mind me. Okay, so this just leads back up to the Hall of Wisdom. Unless there's like another secret door down here that... leads to what I'm looking for. Probably not the case. We can flap that rat real quick. Ah. It's wild that I can't climb out there. Oh, I can climb out here, though. Somebody camping in the sewers? Also, I'm supposed to just go into that other area or whatever. It said I had to, like, sneak by ordinators or something, and it doesn't seem like there's any place for me to do that. Morning, Wiggle. Okay. Sneak by if you're a wanted criminal. Right. Okay, well that... Yeah, okay, this is where Vivek is.
Oh no.
Where in the world? This guy's private quarters. Because it's like... Saigon or something like that, right? Cyrone. That's what I'm looking for. If I just walk past them? I need to talk to Cyrone. Not them. What are you in here? Jump right over that guy's head real quick. Lauren, Thurindius. Not you. Check this door, I guess. Okay, where is the ring? Castus's ring. Oh yeah, minus my gloves now because the new armor doesn't cover my hands. Castus, I just sing the song that people wake me up and they could see they could see the bottom of their food bowls. It was too much for them to handle. They asked me to intervene. It was like Siren or something like that. Complex for that. Alright. Oh. Okay. This is where he is. Alright, fair enough. Hi. Could have left your door open, sir. It would have made this a lot easier. I need to talk with you urgently. I will lock my door. What a guy. He also has like 90 volumes of the Pilgrim's Path for some reason. Oh, this is from the Hall of Wisdom. Okay, so this is the back door. Can't do it with a journeyman's. I have to do it with a master lockpick. Well, maybe if I did the... Seek approved. It's over there sighing. Don't worry. I'll get it eventually. There we go. Where does this even go? Oh, okay. It is this door. What? Okay, well. Sure, I guess. I unlocked it only from one side. I'm super clever. Yeah, for a guy that wants to get talked to urgently, this guy apparently really does not want to get talked to. Alright, bud. Thank you for coming, Argonian. I know the Temple Doctrine of the Nevergreen. Perhaps it's time to change that doctrine. Temple Doctrine. Temple must protect the people from false doctrines, and your association with the Imperial Intelligence makes your motivations integrity suspect. But you have been chosen Hortator and Nevergreen by the Dumber people, and we have reached a crisis with Dagathur. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House, and your prophecies may represent our last hope. Our situation is desperate, but I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to the situation from Lord Vec himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? Yes, I will meet with Vec. Good. Here are 2 keys, one of the private back entrance to my quarters, which I opened both sides already, and the other to a locked entrance to Lord Vec's palace. I regret that the presence of ordinators is not completely under my control for now. Ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vec is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps you better not to keep waiting. Temple believes you to be a false incarnate, and the danger of the Temple of Dumber people and our ordinators will treat you as an enemy. The people of faith, the Holy Tribunal, is all that protects us from evils of Dagathur and the Outlander. Not be allowed to weaken it. The legal situation, ordinator business. Okay, whatever. Whatever, we talked to Vivek. You just hide your pants. Interesting hypothesis under the belief that if you were to make a straight cylinder to the bottom of a cat's bowl, every cat, no matter how hungry, would be unable to perceive the food in the bowl. Therefore, the food would cease to exist. Excuse me, ordinators. Important business with your god, fellow.
I won't let you do that.
You won't let me do what? Huh? Hey, Vivek. What up? Ow! Those fires are dangerous. I expect we have business, you and I? Business. When I was young like you, I was very impatient, so I will keep our business short. Then later, there may be time for other things. First, I propose to remove the curse on the Nevergreen and the prosecution of the dissident priests. Proclaim to all Morrowind that Argonian is the incarnate of the Nevergreen and prophesied savior of Morrowind. I don't know why he's tweaking out right now. Last hope to withstand menace of Dagathur in the Sixth House. These things I will do whether you wish or not. Next, I propose you surrender the power and responsibility of defeating... I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagathur. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will receive the powerful power gift in the form of an artifact. Wraith Guards. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath and keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? Yes, I will accept Wraithguard. Good, sensible of you, and now will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits, visible and invisible, for my honor, your honor, to dedicate yourself and Wraithguard to defeat the destruction of Dagathur and the preservation of Morrowind and its people. Yeah, sure. No, you I didn't move my cursor. Sensible response the last time. I'm not looking for someone sensible, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you do not find Wraithguard much use to you. Without your oath, I shall not teach you how to use it. So it concludes our interview. I hope it was not It has not been an inconvenience. If you change your mind, come back. Okay, hold on. Business. Continue. Accept Wraith Guard. Yes, I so swear. Not very sensible, but very good. I was hoping for someone who would have no hesitation about making such an oath. You will have to be brief. Momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed. You are being taken out of time in order to avoid an unpleasant experience of learning how to use Wraithguard. It'll be over before... There's a brief sensation of motion in total darkness floating, but without a sense of weight or direction. You know it now. I will notify the temple that you are our champion. There will be no persecution of destined priests. And I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. We have time for questions if you like, or you may leave as you wish, but I think there are at least 2 things you ought to know before you leave: how to use Wraithguard and how to defeat Dagathur. I feel like he's aggroed somehow, and this is like his fight, like the fight stuff he says, but he's not fighting me. It's very weird. Quite understand why this stuff is popping up. You need to know where is Dagathur, what are Dagathur's plans, who are Dagathur's servants, who is Dagathur, what Dagathur's powers, what is known about Dagathur's defenses, how I can prepare for battle against Dagathur, who can help.
Don't fight gods, fool.
Hold on a second. Ow. I'm gonna do this real quick.
Foolish.
I'm gonna load my quick save. See if I can, like, get in here without him, like, losing his freaking mind at me. So I don't have to listen to him be like, foolish mortal, foolish mortal, foolish mortal, foolish mortal, over and over again.
I won't let you do that.
Plans to defeat Dagathur, the Battle of Red Mountain, Dagathur's plans, Nerevar, and the Red Mountain. Oh, okay. Hey, if I leave and come back?
Don't fight gods, fool.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to deal with it. Okay, hi. Business. Yeah. I will accept. So I swear. Okay. Business. We finished our business. Okay. Dagathur. Dagathur is a former Lord High Counselor of House Dagoth. He was Lord Nerevar. He was of Lord Nerevar's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and enchanted in life. In his sustained shadow immortality, he appears to be a highly intelligent, severely deluded, immortal monster with unparalleled supernatural abilities. He appears by turns lucid and deranged, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. Okay. For with the Ordinators and Arbiters, Garrison, Ghostgate for the latest information on the defenses of Citadel's Dagathur and the Heartbright Skin. Alright. Know nothing for sure about his plans, but we have learned much from interrogating the Six House cultists and victims of dream compulsions. And from our study of Dagathur's actions, the temple scholars and inquisitors have prepared a document, Dagathur's plans, that summarizes what we know to suspect. Take this copy. It's also available in my library. Okay. Dagathur's powers. He's able to send his mind into dreams of susceptible victims across vast distances. The victims are either swayed by his compulsions or driven mad. He also seems nearly invulnerable to physical and magical harm. His flesh, the flesh of his followers, evolves towards a mutable magical form. Dagathur in the highest ranks can control the distorted manifestations of their flesh. Lower ranks lose control of their bodies and become mindless corpus monsters. Do you have any AoE shields active? No. Servants. Chief among his servants are his 7 brothers. The Ash Vampires, powerful poet-rights and cunning sorcerers of old. These creatures appear to die, but always are revived at the heart. Somehow, Dagoth has conferred some portion of his immortality upon them, or perhaps they sustain themselves through mere conventional sorcery. To defeat Dagoth on the Red Mountain, to recover the artificial hammer Sunder from the Gate Citadel, Vaminal then recover the artificial blade, or the artifact, not the artificial, the artifact, Blade Keating from the Gate Citadel Ordersal, then proceed with Wraithguard Sunder and Keening to the Citadel of Dagoth. Within the Citadel, find the heart of Lorkhan, use the 3 artifacts to sever Dagoth's connection to the heart, and he will be destroyed, and the blight ended on Morrowind. To destroy Dagoth, you must sever his connection with the heart of Lorkhan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact hammer Sunder once, then strike the heart more than once with the artifact Blade Keening. You must wear Wraithguard because you cannot handle either Sunder or Keening unless you're wearing Wraithguard. That is a short, simple explanation. Here is a long, detailed explanation written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. You want to know why did I wage war upon the Nerevarine? Why did I try to suppress the Apocrypha? Why did I prosecute the dissident priest? Why is Dagoth winning the war? How does Zergru fight Dagoth? What are Wraithguard's powers? You want to chide me? Why did I murder Nerevar? Why did I break my oath to Azura not to use Kagranak's tools? Why did I cause others to suffer? Why'd you break your oath? Along with Lord Nerevar and his insistence, Emily Alexia Sothasil and I swore before gods oaths at the time, the Daedra, Lord Azura, never to employ the tools of Kagranak for any purpose. We broke our oaths, we turned our backs on the old gods. I still see no compelling reason to worship any of the Aedra or Daedra, but for the respect I held for Nerevar and the respect I held for myself, I should never have betrayed my oath. Of all my life's actions, I most regret that failure. Okay, well, he's sorry that he did what he did, at least. He's fighting a home invader. There's just a rat in here, right? Causing others to suffer. Why did I cause others to suffer? I respect that question, and you for it. And most I can say is I did the best I could. As I saw things, can you, mortal, presume to judge the actions and motives of a god? But because I need you, and you need me, I will make an accounting for my sins to you. But for now, destroy Dagoth, and then we can discuss my sins. Then perhaps you have earned the right to judge me. Interesting. Dagoth winning. Dagoth is winning because he is close to the source of power, Lorkhan's heart, and because he retains the passion of madness, while we have settled into the lonely and unrewarding posture of dogged dutifulness and preservation. And finally, perhaps because he is stronger and smarter than we are, and his followers are more fervent and fanatical, I believe we were careless and complacent and outwitted, and in a matter of denying the Nerevar, we were foolish. Okay.
Foolish.
It's just an Australian spider running around his house. Defeat Dagoth. I give you a copy of the fan. Murder Nerevar. We did not murder Nerevar. The legend that we murdered Nerevar comes from a story told by a shield companion of Nerevar, Alandro Sul, who lived among the Ashlanders. The Ashlanders have retained Alandro Sul's account as part of their oral histories. The account is pervasive in some details, implausible in others, and it is, in any case, false. I have 2 accounts of Nerevar's death here in my library. Read them and judge for yourself. Okay. I learned how I died. Everybody would be dead then, right? I want your trust and willing cooperation. So I had my priest, my copies of the numbered documents. They're here for you to read. Okay. persecute the dissident priest. Suppressing the persecution of the dissident is just one of the standard tools of statecraft. I believe we erred in trusting the judgment of Baral Salah. He and his ordinators served valiantly in the war against Dagathur and mistook his misplaced zeal for energy and dedication. Mistakes were made, but no more. There should be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. Prepare for war beyond the ghost fence. There is no safe place, no allies. Stockpile resources. Plan for retreat and replenishment. Quest for artifacts of power. Suppress the Apocrypha. Why did I suppress the Apocrypha? Because it was such an unfortunate mixture of truth, falsehood, and speculation that I couldn't afford to manage the confused reaction of our faithful. Any doubt whatsoever weakened their faith, and we needed their faith to give us power to maintain the ghost fence. In retrospect, perhaps we lost the faith with those we most needed while preserving the faith with the meek and indifferent. Perhaps a mistake we made, who can say? Tribunal fight Dagathur. In the past, the Tribunal made seasonal campaigns to the Red Mountain. We slew Dagathur and his kin through the heart, always revived them in time. Later, we realized we couldn't destroy them. We created the ghost fence to contain the threat. These solutions were effective until Dagathur ambushed us and captured Sunder and Keening. Since this time, our fortunes have waned as his have increased. The war in the Everine. Why did I try to kill you? Because you threatened the faith of my followers, and I needed their faith to hold back the darkness, and I thought you were my enemy, the pawn of the subtle Daedra Lord Azura, or a pawn of the Emperor Uriel Septim, or a simple fraud, perhaps a hero, but not much of one if my faithful could destroy you. Now circumstances are altered. I need you, you need me. Wraithguard's powers. Wraithguard primary functions protect the wearer from the fatal energies of the artifacts Sunder and Keening. It also has minor protective enchantments against physical and magical damage you might find useful. Red Mountain. In my library, I've made available 2 conflicting accounts of the events at Red Mountain. My own true account and the other false account, common among the Ashlanders and preserved in the Apocrypha. I don't care what you believe, my account or not. I leave it up to you. Alright. Who can help? Coordinators, valiant arbiters stationed at the Ghost Gates have most practical knowledge of the nightmare world inside the fence. Seek them out. Counsel and aid. You're curious what really happened to the Red Mountain? What really happened to the Dwemer? What was the Dwemer's sin? What is it like to be a god? Do I remember being mortal? How do I feel about the people of Morrowind? Dwemer's sin. The sin of the Dwemer was the creation of a new god from the substance of a dead god, Lorkharn. That is also the sin for which we would destroy Dagathur. I hesitate to call it sin. More properly, call it destructive evil. The sin of the Tribunal, however, is in the breaking of the oath with Azura to forbear from tapping the heart with the Kagonak tools, and in the folly of seeking to become gods. Breaking the oath was evil, becoming gods was folly. We sinned, we have paid the price. People of Morrowind. I love the people of Morrowind. I became a god to make their lives more comfortable and secure. I am more close to my faithful followers. I am literally in their hearts and minds. I feel the most sympathies with House Radaran. They are the Dunmer, driven by creeds and deeds. Like I am, House Idril is closer to compassion and sympathy of Almalexia. I'm comfortable and a comfortable and secure serenity. House Telvanni matches his disposition. My brother Sorthasil, iconoclastic, profane, unconventional. House Hylu represents the future of the Dunmer, integrated into the sophisticated mainstream of traditionalist, raceless, godless culture of the Empire. House Drez represents the past of the pre-tribunal great house culture, a persistent tradition of Daedra and ancestral worship, civilized Dunmer classes. And I even love the Ashlanders for their preservation of the most ancient barbarian tribal traditions of the Dunmer who first settled Morrowind. This guy really spews out ideas for questions? Yeah. Rob Lowe is Vivek. You remember being mortal. I remember I do not feel it. I can, if I choose, remember the feeling, but I do not choose. It is very, very sad being mortal. There is happiness, yes, but mostly sadness, and I have said count only the happy hours. For mortals, they are too few, but for gods, for me, there is no more feeling, only knowing. Not quite no more feeling. I still want to win, I still want to defeat Dagather. Perhaps I have lost the feeling for my people, for their suffering. Do not want that feeling. It is of no use to me. That is no longer what matters to me. I only want to not lose. To lose me very, very bitter. The Dwemer. I have no idea what happened to the Dwemer. I have no sense of them in the timeless divine world outside of mortal time. And in fact, if I did believe they existed, I would be in no hurry to make contact with them. They may, with some justice, hold the Dwemer races responsible for their fate. My intuition is that they are gone forever. And it's perfectly fine with me. Be a god. It is like being a juggler. Things are always moving. You learn to know where they are without ever thinking about it. Only there are many, many things moving, and sometimes, like a juggler, you drop something. I'm afraid it has become a lot more a matter of dropping things lately. There's too much to do, not enough time. I'm losing my touch. Perhaps I'm growing old. It is a bit like being at once awake and asleep. Awake, I am here with you, thinking and talking. Asleep, I am very, very busy. Perhaps for other gods and completely immortal ones, it is like that being asleep, out of time. Me, I exist at once inside time and outside of it. It's nice never being dead too, and I die in the world of time, then I'm completely asleep. I'm very much aware that all I have to do is choose to wake up, and I'm alive again. Many times, I have very deliberately tried to wait patiently a very long, long time before choosing to wake up. No matter how long it is, it feels like I wait. It always appears when I wake up that no time has passed at all. That is a god's place. A place out of time where everything is always happening all at once. Goodbye. Ow, ow. Your torches are very inconveniently placed, sir. I'm gonna take these out of here and read them, so I don't have to listen to him say foolish mortal 800,000 more times. Alright, thanks, Vivek, you weirdo. Yeah, obviously he, like, alludes to the whole, like, being asleep, being awake thing, where for the gods, the top gods that, like, dream reality or whatever are essentially just always asleep, right? Or any of the, like, demigods or whatever that can, like, go in and out of Mundus, then yeah, it would be, like, sleeping, dreaming, but then you would be, like, awake in Mundus or whatever, even though technically nothing is real, you know? It's all just the dream. Anyway, let's take a look at those documents. Where are they? There's the Battle of Red Mountain. Battle of Red Mountain, the Rise and Fall. The dream of the following is a transcript of the words of Lord Vivek addressed to the distant priest, Melor Oman, who confronted Vivek. The Ashline tradition surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain with the prophecies of Neverine. Whoa. And to unnamed magistrates of the Inquisition who joined Vivek in interrogation of the dissident priest. Who can clearly recall the events of the distant past, but you have asked me to tell you in my own words the events surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the birth of the Tribunal, the prophecies of the Nerva Reborn, and here's what I can tell you. The Kyber first abandoned the herds and tents of their nomadic ancestors and built the first great houses. We love the Daedra and worship them as gods, but our brethren, the Dwemer, scorned the Daedra and mocked our foolish rituals and preferred instead their gods of reason and logic. So the Chimera and the Dwemer were always at bitter war until the Nords came and invaded Restian. Only then did the Chimera and the Dwemer put away their strife and join together to cast out the invaders. Once the Nords were driven out, General Nerevar of the Chimera and the General Dumac of the Dwemer, who had come to love and respect one another, resolved to make peace between the peoples. At that time, I was but a junior counselor to Nerevar, and Nerevar's queen Almalexia and his other favorite counselor Solstice always doubted that such a peace might long survive, given the bitter disputes between Chimera and Dwemer. But by negotiation and compromise, Nerevar and Dumac somehow managed to preserve a fragile peace. But when Dagoth Lord of House Dagoth, and the trusted as friend by both Nerevar and the Dwemer, brought us proof that the High Engineer Kagranak of the Dwemer had discovered the heart of Lorkharn, and that he had learned how to tap its power and was building a new god, a mockery of Chimera faith, and a fearsome weapon, we all urged Nerevar to make war with the dwarves and destroy this threat to the Chimera belief and security. Nerevar was troubled. He went to Dumac and asked if what Dagoth said was true, but Kagranak took great offense and asked whom Nerevar thought he was, that he might presume to judge the affairs of the Dwemer. Nerevar was further troubled and made pilgrimage to Holamayan, the sacred temple of the Azura, and Azura confirmed that all Dagoth said was indeed true, and that the creation of the new god of the Dwemer should be prevented at all costs. When Nerevar came back and told us what the goddess had said, we felt our judgment and confirmed again, counseled him to war, chiding Nerevar for his naive trust in his friendship, and reminding Nerevar of his duty to protect the faith and security of the Chimera against impiety and dangerous ambitions of the Dwemer. Then Nerevar went back to Varnfell one last time, hoping negotiations and compromise might once again be preserved the peace. But this time, the friends Nerevar and Dumac quarreled bitterly, and as a result, the Chimera and Dwemer went to war. The Dwemer were well defended by the fortress at the Red Mountain, but Nerevar's cunning drew most of Dumac's forces into the field and pinned them there, where Nerevar, Dagoth, and a small group of companions could make their way into the heart of the chamber by secret means. There, Nerevar, the Chimera King, Dumac, and the Dwarf King, and they both there, Nerevar, the Chimera King, met Dumac, the Dwarf King, and they both collapsed from the grievous wounds and draining magics. With Dumac fallen and threatened by Dagoth and others, Kagranak turned his tools upon the heart, and Nerevar said he saw Kagranak and all his Dwemer companions at once disappear from the world. In that instance, Dwemer everywhere disappeared without a trace. But Kagranak's tools remained. Dagoth seized them, and he carried them to Nerevar, saying, "That fool Kagranak has destroyed his own people with these things. We should destroy them right away, lest they fall into the wrong hands." And Nerevar was resolved to confer with his queen and his generals, who had foreseen that this war would come, and whose counsel he would not ignore again. "I will ask the tribunal what we should do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past, and I had not. Stay here, loyal Dagoth, until I return." So Nerevar told Dagoth to protect the tools and the heart chamber until he returned. Then Nerevar was carried to us, where we waited on the slopes of Red Mountain, and he told us that what had transpired under Red Mountain. What Nerevar had said was that the Dwemer had used the special tools to turn their people into immortals, and that the heart of Lorkharn held wondrous powers. Only later did we hear from others present that Dagoth had thought the Dwemer destroyed, not made. Dagoth had thought the Dwemer destroyed, not made immortal. Oh, okay, yeah. And no one knows for sure what really happened there. After hearing Nerevar, we gave our counsel to, as he requested, proposing we should preserve these tools in trust for the welfare.
Really
oh gosh,
time again.
For the Chimera people, and who knows, perhaps.
Arrived.
Knock knock. Who's there? N who?
TJ, thank you for the 58 months. Appreciate you. Yes. Just saw the button. James Woods is a lizard man in a funny hat. Alright, where were we? Should preserve these tools, welfare of the Chimera people, and who knows, perhaps the Dwemer, not gone forever, just merely transported to some distant realm, from which they may someday return or threaten the security once again. Therefore, we need keep these tools, to study them and their principles so that we may be safe for future generations. And though Nerevar voiced his grave misgivings, he was willing to be ruled by our council under one condition, that we all together would swear on a solemn oath upon Azura that the tools would never be used in the profane manner that the Dwemer had intended. We all readily agreed and swore solemn oaths at Nerevar's dictation. So then we went with Nerevar back to the Red Mountain and met with Dagathur. Dagathur refused to deliver the tools to us, saying they were dangerous and we could not touch them. Dagathur seemed to be irrational, insisting that only he could be trusted with the tools. And then we guessed that he had somehow been affected by his handling of the tools, but now I feel sure that he had privately learned the powers of the tools and had in some confused way decided he must have them for himself. Then Nerevar and our guard resorted to force to secure the tools. Somehow Dagathur and his retainers escaped, but we gained the tools and delivered them to Sothasil for study and safekeeping. For some years we kept the oaths we swore to Azura and Nerevar, but during that time, in secret, Sothasil must have studied the tools and divined their mysteries, and at last he came to us with a vision of a new world of peace with justice and honor for nobles and health and prosperity for commoners, the tribunal as immortal patrons and guides. And dedicating ourselves to this vision of better rule, we made our pilgrimage to Red Mountain and transformed ourselves with the power of Kagernak's tools. And no sooner had we completed our rituals and begun to discover the newfound powers, the Daedra, Lord Azura, appeared and cursed us for our forsworn oaths. By her powers and prophecy, she assured us that her champion Nerevar, true to his oath, would return to punish us for our perfidy and to make sure our profane knowledge might never again be used to mock and defy the will of the gods. But Sothasil said to her, "The old gods are cruel and arbitrary and distant from the hopes and fears of the Mer. Your age is past. We are the new gods, born of the flesh of the wise, and carrying the needs of our people. Spare us your threats and chidings. Inconstant spirit. Our inconstant spirit? We are bold and fresh, and we do not fear you." And then, in that moment, all Chimer were changed into Dunmer, and our skin turned ashen and our eyes into fire. Of course, we only knew at that time that this had happened to us, but Azura said, "This is not my act, but your act. You have chosen your fate, and the fate of your people, that all Dunmer shall share your fate. From now on, to the end of time, you think yourselves gods, but you are blind, and all is darkness." Azura left us alone in darkness, and we were all afraid. We put on our brave faces, and went forth from Red Mountain to build a new world of our dreams. And the new world we shaped was glorious and generous, and the worship of the Dunmer fervent and grateful. The Dunmer were at first afraid of their new faces, but Sothasil spoke to them, saying that it was not a curse but a blessing, a sign of their changed natures, and a sign of the special favor they might enjoy as new Mer. No longer barbarians trembling before the ghosts and spirits, but civilized Mer, speaking directly to their immortal friends and patrons, the three faces of the tribunal. And we were all inspired by Sothasil's speech and vision, and took heart, and over time we crafted the customs and the institutions of the just and honorable society, and the land of Resdin knew millennia of peace, equity, and prosperity unknown to other savage races. But beneath Red Mountain, Dagathur had survived, and even as the light of our new bold world shined ever more brightly beneath Red Mountain, and the darkness gathered, a darkness that was close kin to the bright light that Sothasil coaxed from the heart of Lorkharn with the tools of Kagernak. As the darkness grew, we fought it and crafted walls to confine it, but we never could destroy it. For the source of the darkness was the same source as the source of our own divine inspiration. And in these latter days of Morrowind, reduced to the subjugated province of the Western Empire, as the glory of the temple fades, as the dark tides rise from the Red Mountains, we are reminded of Azura and her promised champion's return. We have waited, blind and in darkness, mere shadows, drained of our ardent vision, in shame for our folly, in fear of our judgment, and in hopes of our deliverance. We do not know if the Outlander claiming to fulfill the prophecies of Nerevarine is our old companion Nerevar reborn, or a pawn of the Emperor, or the cat's paw of Azura, or some simple twist of fate. But we insist you adhere to the temple doctrine and confront to the strictures defining the Hieroglypha, for from the Apocrypha, and that you do not speak that which must not be spoken openly. Act as dutiful priest should in accordance with your vows and obedience to the canons, the archcanons, and all will be forgiven. Defy me, and you will know what it is to stand against a god. Vivek. Whew. Welcome to Morrowind lore, or Elder Scrolls lore, I guess, in general. Oh, man. How long is Saint Nerevar? Okay, this is a lot shorter. Saint Nerevar, from Short Temple pamphlet in the Western Readers. Ages ago, Nerevar was the greatest Dunmer general, first consular commanding the Vivek, Amalexian and Soltasil. With powers of the great ring of the ancestors, one clan under moon and star, the Dunmer houses to confront the evil Dwemer. Treacherous house. Fighted with faithful Dwemer. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is basically all stuff that we just learned in that giant document. Nerevar at Red Mountain. How long is this one? Oh, gosh. Okay, this is from the Apocrypha, so this is the other side of this story, basically. A lot of it's going to be the same. From Mount Nerevar told Dagathur to protect the tools, Heart Chamber until return. Dagathur said, but shouldn't we destroy the tools? Okay, it's basically the same story, but I'm sure there's, like, minor differences, but I'm not going to read the whole thing to you guys again, just for, like, the, like, tiny bit of minor minutia there. Imagine you just a random chimer, minding your own business, your farm or something, and suddenly you wake up with black skin and red eyes. Yeah, right? Kagernak's tool summers from the Apocrypha of Gilvis Barlow, abbot of Halaman, and various distant priests. Beneath Red Mountain, Dwemer Miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Kagernak, High Priest and Magecrafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined this magical stone was the heart god Lorkar cast here the Dawn Era as punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. Determined to use its divine power to create a new god for the exclusive benefit of the Dwemer, Kagernak forged 3 great enchanted artifacts that were called Kagernak's tools. Wraithguard is the enchanted gauntlet to protect the wearer from destruction while tapping the heart's power. Sunder enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quantity of power desired. Heating is the enchanted blade used to flay and focus the power rises from the heart. When Kagernak used these tools on the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and did not know what to do with them. Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard them. Went to consult Amalexian and Soltasil and Vivek. Dagoth spoke to them. Nerevar was gone. Dagoth was tempted. Confused by the powers of the tools, when Nerevar and the counselors arrived, he refused to give them up. Yeah. Nerevar and his counselors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. Dagoth had not died. We know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experience with Kagnak tools had joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjecture that Dagathur, driven by anger and greed, uses the heart without caution and restraint, and as a result, has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint when they used the tools, so they were not driven mad. And they did many good things. Nonetheless, Tribunal 2 appear to have been corrupted by the heart's power, though more subtly. Kagernack's tools are cursed. Taking power from the heart of a god is terrible folly and fated with disaster. The Tribunal, losing its battle to control the power of the heart, stained by the same tainted power that drives Dagathur mad. Grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagathur. But even if they could, would they be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us, and out of shame, they persecute the Nerevarine and the dissident priests out of shame, when they should be welcoming them and enlisting them in aid against Dagathur. The Tribunal has done much good for Morrowind and the Dunmer, but they succumbed to the temptation of Kagernak's tools. And though these tools once may have seemed instruments of salvation, now they must be seen as instruments of doom. Alright, well. Woo! Hi, guys. Vec's a weirdo. Just saying. In case you didn't know that. Yeah, thank you again, GJ, for the 58 months. I do appreciate that greatly. Also, I'm your boss now. Yeah, right? Also, by the way, I'm your boss. I'm gonna go talk to these guys again real quick.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Yes. Can you ban Ash statues, please? I have heard from many of these things, the tools of the evil Dagoth or Vec has proclaimed, you, the Nerevarine, I will heed the orders from them. Ash statues shall be made illegal to own, buy, sell without prior ordinator approval. Going forward, there will be a small reward for each Ash statue turned in as well to encourage their destruction. Good job. All right. That was at the Ordinators? Yeah, I figured. It does indeed make you my patron. That's for sure, DJ. If nothing else. Okay, so we need to go to the Ghost Gate now. I think, right? That's the next thing we need to do? Yeah, alright. Chat. We're returning. It's Ghost Gate time. Oh yeah, also we have Wraithguard. What the heck does this do? What does this thing do exactly? Wraithguard. Armor rating 16. Heavy armor, of course. It's worth... They actually put a worth on it. 125,000. 20% reflect on self. Shield 10 points. Constant effect, too. Resist blight. Resist shock. Resist fire. Resist frost. Resist magic. Or resist poison 10%. All constant effect. Keening's 400k, if I remember correctly. But you can't use Keening without Wraithguard. Why is it worth more? Yes, I would like to buy Keening, guys. Where is Boat Lady? Gosh, dang it. Just sneak into people's pockets as they grab it. What the heck is this? Dies. It's like reverse pickpocketing people, really heavy stuff as a strategy where you just over encumber them so they can't move. It's like, here's a brick, and then you engage them in combat. They're like, oh god. Four and quarter. Anything that I have in my pockets that I need to get rid of, or can get rid of, is weighing me down right now. Not really. Oh, I've got all these freaking lessons of effect or whatever. These things are freaking heavy. 3 pounds of pop. Oh, but then it kills them when they unsheath it and then taunting them, right? Okay, so what's closest to the Ghost Gate? It's probably Alaroon, right? Caldera is really close. Yeah, going to Caldera is probably the best choice. Travel. Go to Balmora. There's a bookshop in Balmora too, right? We can sell some of these really heavy books we have. trader. I think this is the bookstore. Purple scroll. I think this is just for selling scrolls. Oh, but they buy books too. Alright, they have a ton of money as well.